Hello everyone, welcome to Supergrads CAT by Top Rankers, and I am Mayur Mishra, your DILR mentor who will be helping you understand a set of puzzles called as distributions. And what are these distributions? Distribution is a typical format of puzzle which is not important only for CAT examination, but this concept is applied widely in any of the puzzles which you are solving. So before diving deep into what is distribution, let's look at a question first. Here is a question on distribution where few numbers are given. They have given you few numbers, they have given you a table, and they have given you a set of instructions. Following these instructions, you have to populate these numbers in this table, and that is why it is known as distribution. But before we begin with understanding of the topic, let's lock in with the basic requirements you need to take care of while solving the or watching this session. First thing is, you all should wear headphones so as to avoid distraction and noise. Second is, turn off all the devices to avoid notification as a distraction. Third thing is, pause and attempt the question by yourself before jumping onto the solution. It is very easy to watch the solution and say, wow, but you should be specific that I will try it by myself and then only I will watch the solution. And the last thing that you need to take care of is rewind and rewatch this session so as to understand the difficult parts with all its nitty-gritties. So let's come back to the topic distribution. So what is distribution? So when it comes to distribution, distribution is typically distributing items. Yes. So when it comes to distribution, it is typically distribution of either numbers, elements, or items. You have to populate either the numbers, items, or the things in a given matrix or in a given grid or in a given table. Next thing is, like, here is one example. Like in this table, you have to populate a person name, a place name, the color of the car, the state which they come from, and the language they speak, state or city. So here are multiple things and you have to populate all of these things. You have to associate a person with the place, with the color, with the state, and with the language. So this is a typical distribution puzzle where multiple things, multiple attributes are associated with a person or with a thing or with an element. I hope you got it. So you have to distribute things in these cells. That is why it is called distribution. So the name suggests distribution means distribution of items, places, things, and elements with their attributes in a given matrix, or we have to form the matrix at times. We have to form the table at times. So kabhi-kabhi table banani padegi, and multiple times the tables will be given. So before proceeding, let's proceed to the next thing, that if a table is given and you have to populate, but how to populate? And while populating a table, it becomes really important that how you proceed with the data, how you follow the instructions, and how you take care of the instructions, because it is not always the first instruction should be taken care of at first. You have to figure out which information is important first, and then followed by the priority order. So whatever is important initially will be required initially, whatever is important later on will be required later on. So in order to decide that priority order, the first thing one should do in a distribution table is to what you need to do is to populate the direct information. Why direct information? Because when we are populating the direct information, it gets fixed in the places. It gets fixed in the different cells. Suppose red, suppose language, suppose place, suppose state. And when something gets fixed in this table, it gives me, it is a sign of relief ki ha, ho gaya. Itna to maine fit in kar hi liya data. So when you have to give yourself a mental satisfaction, a sign of relief first of all target and figure out the direct information. And you all will be puzzled, what is direct information? So here is the example for the direct information, that A is from Jaipur. A is from Jaipur speaking Japanese. So I will not take care of ki kahan likhna hai. I will just put A. He is from places Jaipur. And then speaking Japanese, so the language is Japanese. So all these things are fixed. So I have frozen them, freeze kar diya. This is very direct information. The second information is the person from Bangalore speaks French. The person from Bangalore speaks French. So I don't know who the person is, but I know place, that is Bangalore. Speaks French. I know the language, that it is French. So since these were the fixed things, you can see the table gets populated. The table gets populated and it gives me a sign of relief कि भाई कुछ तो fill कर लिया. Certain things were given directly and you are struggling with which is not given directly. So try and figure out the direct information first and then fill in the table. What next? So what next? Let's look at it. Once you have fixed things, then the second type of information is comparing the relative information and try making cases. And this is what? This is your patience check. Yes, how much patient you are, how much compassion do you carry, कितने शांत स्वभाव के आप, how easily you get irritated. So to understand this level of your mental calmness, they try to puzzle you with the information, and the information is relative. It is not directly mentioned that A is from Jaipur. It will be mentioned the person from Jaipur. So it is dependent on someone else. So if it is dependent on someone else, that is why it is called relative information. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What type of information is called comparative information? One is placed either in the same row or in the same column. Means they are not telling you directly. They are just comparing or they are just relating it with 10. कि wherever 10 will come. So अभी तो I don't know where 10 will come. And उसके ऊपर से उस पे डिपेंड करता है 1 की पोजीशनिंग. So since 1 is dependent on 10, 4 and 6 are placed in the same row. So they are dependent on each other. Wherever 4 comes, 6 comes in the same row. So the specific places are not designated, but they are dependent on each other. Hence, we try and make cases. So whatever rows are there in every row, at any place 4 and 6 can come. Wherever 10 comes in the same row or the same column, 1 will come. So there will be 2 cases. So since dependent information usually helps you make the cases, so you will make multiple cases. And since you are making the cases, you have to calm down your nerves. You have to work on your patience level and make the cases diligently and deliberately. And ultimately, you will end up getting all the exhaustive possibilities. And finally, you will get the final answer. But before getting the final answer, there comes one more thing. So what we have done, quickly, let's have a revision. Distribution is distribution of elements. First thing is to figure out the direct information. Second thing is comparing the relative information and try making cases. Next is eliminating the redundancies or extra cases. So since you have found multiple cases, it is not necessary every case is feasible or every case will exist with the given condition. No, there will be cases which are redundant. There will be cases which are not useful. There will be cases which are contrary to the given information. And to eliminate, to identify such cases, you need the help of what type of information? Negative information, if any. Means it is not necessary every time there will be a negative information, but if any negative information is given, you need to take help of that negative information. And hence, if you have done these 3 steps, you will have the final version of your table or the final version of your matrix. So this is how these are the steps involved while distributing the elements in an array or in a table. So what are negative information? It is very clear that usage of no, not none. Neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same row and same column. Neither 7 nor 8. So this gives me a sense of negative. Neither, nor, none, not. So these are your negative information. What do they help? How do they help? They help you eliminate the cases. The extra cases will automatically be eliminated if you are using the negative information. So I hope you know this. Let's come back to the puzzle where we started. So what was the puzzle? That there are numbers. So let's read this. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are placed in 10 slots of the following grid based on the conditions below. This is the grid. This is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Numbers in any row appear in increasing order from left to right. This is in increasing order. Numbers in any column appear in decreasing order. So this is in decreasing order from top to bottom. One is placed either in the same row or in the same column as 10. What type of information is this? This is dependent information. Neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same row or in the same column. This is negative information. Neither 7 nor 8 is placed in the same row or in the same column. This is also negative information. 4 and 6 are placed in the same row. This is dependent information. So here is a pool of dependent as well as negative information. What to do? First of all, let's try and make the cases, because there is nothing directly given. Directly something is not given. So if directly something is not given, we will start with the formation of cases. So let's have a look. Numbers in any row. So I have extracted the main piece of information. Numbers in any row appear in increasing order from left to right. So if I talk about in increasing order from left to right, so from left to right, it increases. And numbers in any column appear in decreasing order from top to bottom. So if I talk from top to bottom, it decreases. It is in decreasing order. So you have to mark all these things. Form this table in your notebook. Mark all these things. Small notifications will help you avoid silly mistakes. So write down the silliest of the things. So I have written both the things. Increasing from left to right, decreasing from top to bottom. And then one is either placed in the same row or in the same column as 10, and 10 is the highest number. Since 10 is the highest number, so if it decreases from here to here, so here it will be the highest number. If it increases from here to here, so this will be the highest number. So 10 will definitely be placed here. 10 will be placed nowhere else, because if I go from left to right, this is the highest number. If I go from bottom to top, this is the highest number. So 10 is frozen here. 10 is fixed. Since there was no direct information, but with the given conditions, with the first two conditions, I have formed that 10 is fixed in that particular top right corner. Once we have frozen 10, now what they are saying, one comes either in the same row or in the same column as 10. So 10 is here, 10 is here, and they are saying one comes. So either it comes in the same column, but it is the smallest number, so it will come at the left corner. And if it is coming in the same column, it will come at the bottom place. It will come at the bottom place. So this is the orientation if it comes in column. This is the orientation if it comes in rows. So one will definitely come either at this place or at this place, but I need two places. Either it comes in column or it comes in row. And since this was not direct, hence I formed cases. Hence I formed cases. So let's look at this. That one comes here or here at both the places. And the next thing that they have mentioned is neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same row or in the same column as 10. So 2 or 3 will not come here. 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 Okay. So 2 or 3 will come here, 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 or here. Means at these three places 2 and 3 can come. So identify these places in your brain. Mark these places in your brain. Now you can see there are 4 tables. Why 4 tables? Let's look at the next instruction. That neither 7 nor 8 is placed in the same row or in the same column as 9. Now the same way 9 will come either at this position or at this position. Why? Because 9 is the next highest number. 10 is already frozen. 9 is the next highest number. So 9 will come near to 10. So either 9 will come here or 9 will come here. If 9 comes here, then what they have mentioned, neither 7 nor 8 comes in the same row or the same column as 9. So 7 will not come here, 8 will not come here, 7 will not come here, 8 will not come here. So where will 8 and 7 will come? So after 9, what is the next highest number? What is the next highest number? 8. And what is the next highest number? 7, because it cannot come here. So this is the only possibility, that first 8 will come and then 7 will come. Why they are coming adjacent? Because 10 is the highest number. So the next two highest number will be adjacent to 10 in any ways. If 9 comes here, then definitely 8 comes here, because 8 cannot come here. If 8 comes here, then 7 comes here, because it is increasing from left to right. So that is why I have formed 4 cases, that if 9 comes here, then 8 comes here, 7 comes here. If 9 comes here, so I have formed 10 and 9 there, so I will form 9 here. So 7 comes here, 8 comes here. No, sorry. So what we have done, this is 10. So first case is if 9 comes here, then 7 cannot come here, 8 cannot come here. So 8 and 7 will come here. And in this case, if 9 comes here at the same place, so 7 and 8, the only option left is 7 and 8 comes here. Now, in this case, when 1 is here and 9 comes here, so there will be 2 cases. Either 9 comes here in this case, or 9 comes at the bottom. If 9 comes here, then 7 and 8 will come here. And if 9 comes here, then 7 and 8 will come here. So these are the 4 cases. This is as per 1. So 2 cases for 1 being left and 2 cases for 1 being bottom. Got it? So these are the 4 cases. Now what they have mentioned, neither 7 nor 8 is placed in the same row or same column as 9. So we have tried using that thing. Neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same row or same column as 10. We have already taken care of that. And now 4 and 6 are placed in the same row. If 4 and 6 are placed in the same row, so 4 and 6, if it is increasing, then 4, 6 comes here, 4, 6 comes here. But I have to write 2 and 3 here. And what they have mentioned, neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same column as 10. So 2 or 3 will come at this position or this position. From these 3 places, if I occupy 2 places, right, like 2, 3 and 3, 2, then I can write 4 and 6 here, and here 5 will come. This is one thing. So let's look at it. This is increasing. 5, 7, 8, 10. So here 2 will come. Here 3 will come. 2, 3, 9 and 8, 3, 4. So here is the contradiction, that 3 comes above 4, but 4 should be at the top. So this case is eliminated. This case is eliminated because 3 cannot come at the top. Now let's look at this case. In this case, if 1 comes here, then what happens? 2, 3 will come here or here. Since I need 4 and 6 in the same row, so they will come here. So 2 and 3 will come in this order. Again, the contradiction is 3 cannot come above 4 because it is from here to here, it is decreasing, but for this it is increasing. So this is eliminated. So we have eliminated 2 cases only on the basis of this condition. But if I am not mentioning this, I will forget this. So in order to keep that, you should notify that in at least one table that you have formed. Now let's come to this. So if I have to write 2, 3 in these 3 places and 4 and 6 comes in the same row, so the only option left is 4 and 6 comes here. And now 2 and 3 cannot come anywhere, because for 2, 3 I need 2 places and here only 1 place is left. So this is also eliminated. So we are left with only this place. And if we are left with only this place, then if 4, 6 comes here, then 2 and 3 cannot be populated. So the only possibility is that 4 and 6 comes here. 4 comes here, 6 comes here. It is in increasing order. And then for 2 and 3, I can populate it like 2 and then 3. It will increase. And then we will be left with 5. So 5 cannot come here. I can do 2, 3 and then 5. But 5 has to come at the top. So 5 comes here. So now if I talk about 2 or 3, both are less than 5. So this will not be frozen. So I cannot identify where 2 and 3 will come, but rest of the numbers are already figured out. So hope you got this part, that how we have formed. We have formed all the possible cases. We have filled each and every table. We have not avoided like this cannot happen. I have written everything on paper and then only I eliminated. I eliminated this case, then I went on to next case, then I went on to next case, and then I finally achieved my final case, which is two possibilities. Either 2 comes here, 3 comes here, or 3 comes here, 2 comes here. And with this, we are done with our table. And let's proceed to the next part, that 9 is frozen. Yes, 9 is at this place. 9 is here, 9 is here. And then let's read everything. Numbers are in any row appear in increasing order from left to right. It is already happening. Numbers in any column appear in decreasing order from top to bottom. It is already happening. 1 is placed either in the same row or in the same column as 10. So this is 10 and this is 1. We are following this instruction. Neither 2 nor 3 is placed in the same row or same column as 10. So since 9 is the second highest number, 9 comes adjacent to 10. And since 9 is fixed, then 8 comes adjacent to 10, because this is again next highest number. And if this is next, 8 and 7 will come like this, because they cannot come along with 9, because neither 7 nor 8 is placed in the same row or in the same column as 9. And then 4 and 6 should come on same row. So this is the only place where we can place 4 and 6. And then 2, 3 is not fixed. So they will keep on rotating. Either 2 comes here, 3 comes there, 3 comes here, 2 comes here. And we are left with only number 5. So it follows all the instructions which are mentioned. And this is the final version of the distribution table which was given to us. So hope this makes sense. So it was very simple table which we have filled. Let's look at the follow-up questions, what they have given. What is the row number which has least sum of numbers placed in that row? Which row number has the least sum? So as you can look at the table, it is row number 4. So the answer is 4. Because it was theta question, so you have to just enter the answer 4. Right? Let's move to the next thing. Which of the following statement must be true? 10 is placed in a slot in row 1. 1 is placed in a slot in row 4. Let's look at this. 10 is placed in row 1. Bilkul sahi. This is absolutely correct. 1 is placed in row 4. This is also absolutely correct. So the answer is both 1 and 2 are correct. Answer is D, Delhi. Which of the following statement must be true? 2 is placed in a slot in column 2. 3 is placed in a slot in column 3. So for this, we have to look at the table that we have formed. Let's quickly get the table here. 2 is placed in a slot in column 2. It cannot be determined. 3 is placed in column 3. So which of the following must be true? It is not must be true. Neither 1 nor 2. Because it is not absolutely true. It might vary. So it is only a possibility. Since the word must is given, neither 1 nor 2. If they give you the word may, then both 1 and 2 are correct. Then when both 1 and 2 are correct. May possible hai, but definite nahi hai. For how many slots in the grid, placement of numbers cannot be determined with certainty. So how many places? 2 and 3. These two places are not assigned. So 8 places are assigned. Answer is 8. 8 places in the grid are assigned uniquely. What is the sum of the numbers placed in column 4? So for this, we again need table. Column 4, what is the sum? 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 5, 25 plus 1, 26. So the answer is 26. So hope all of you got that. It is a very simple concept, and the hope all of you like the puzzle. And if you have liked the puzzle, here is a surprise for all of you. What is the surprise? That this was the question asked in CAT 2024. Since numbers were involved, people also call it as quant based reasoning or mathematical reasoning, but we were distributing things and we were following the instructions as per the distribution, forming a grid which was already given and then assigning various places by comparing with the instructions. So that is why it is a core distribution topic, but mathematical involvement of increasing and decreasing is involved. That is why they called it as mathematical reasoning also. So hope you get it. The level of puzzles is very easy. The only thing is we are afraid of making cases. We are afraid of solving things, notifying things, and we get impatient, irritated very easily. Do not get irritated. Just write down everything, figure out everything, and then only you will solve the puzzles and you will get the final versions. Just follow the 4 steps which I've mentioned in the introduction of this video and you will definitely be able to solve every puzzle based on distribution. With this, let's have a next thing, that is Gautam and Swani working together can finish a job in 20 days. If Gautam does only 60% of his usual work on a day, Swani must do 150% of her usual work on that day to exactly make up for that. Then the number of days required by the faster worker to complete the job working alone is. So this language seems very complicated. But guess what is this? This is a question from QA. Yes, this is a curious case of quantitative ability and this is a question just can be solved like that. Yes, you can solve it just like that, but for that you have to stay tuned for the power packed session of CAT on QA. Yes, and this is a question from CAT 2023 slot 3. So if you are eager to solve this question, then do not forget to watch the next session which is on time and work. Yes, CAT power session on time and work by Tapesh Saxena sir. And with this, I would like to say thank you. Bye bye. Stay connected, stay tuned, and for more such videos, subscribe to our channel. And thank you.